Okay, if two numbers add to 8, what is the largest possible value of their product? So they're going to give us this first bit of information that we're going to be able to write an equation. Two numbers add to 8. X plus y equals 8. So x is equal to one number and y is equal to the other number or the second number. We want their product in terms of one of the numbers, and they're going to tell us they want one of those numbers to be the x. So the product is going to equal x times y, but we can't have this y. We need to replace this y. So we need to replace it. With an expression in terms of x. Well, we're going to use that first equation to do that. So our first equation, here's our first equation and here's our second equation. We're going to use our first equation to write y equals negative x plus 8. I subtract x from both sides, and now we're going to put negative x plus 8 in place of y. So our second equation becomes x times negative x plus 8, which is negative x squared plus 8x. That's a quadratic that has a maximum. We're going to factor out the negative, and we're going to complete that square. Half of 8 is 4. 4 squared is 16. Apply the outside negative, so we really subtracted 16. So we are going to undo that by adding 16 to the same side. We're going to rewrite this as a binomial squared. The opposite of x minus 4 quantity squared plus 16 gives us an input of 4 and an output of 16. Remember that we had x as an input and p as an output. So one number is 4, and the product of the two numbers is 16. So 4 times something is 16. So one number is 4. One number is 4. And the other number must also be 4 if their product is 16. We can confirm that by coming back over here and saying y is the other number. Instead of the opposite of x, the opposite of 4 plus 8, well, that's 4 as well. So both numbers are 4, and the product is 16. They wanted to know what the product was, so when we had this right here, we were done. Okay, here's one more for you to try right there. If two numbers add to 16, what's the largest value of their product? Go ahead and see if you can. You might even already know what the answer is, but go ahead and see if you can do the algebra that proves it, because that's just going to solidify the algebra that we're learning for this particular section. Okay, welcome back. Here is our work that proves that the largest possible product is 64. And there's all the work that supports that answer. Make sure you are showing the work that supports the answer. I like in this work that I actually show p of x. This is function notation. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Hopefully you're very comfortable with completing the square and working with quadratic functions. We're going to move on in our next videos to polynomial functions, which will have higher degrees than 2. So polynomial functions, not just linear and quadratic, but we're going to move up to degrees of 3, 4, and beyond.